Well, moving on away from that, as the budget cycle draws closer to these final stages of approval, the Institute of Public Finance is raising concerns over the allocation in the budget policy statement. Now, according to the think tank, the government needs to reprioritize its expenditure to ensure that the most vulnerable members of the society are cushioned. Speaking during the launch of their annual shadow budget, the experts say the constrained income flows into the country will see more taxes being imposed on Kenyans. Philip Simiyu explains.
In 2024 and 2025, the budget will determine its impact as per the sentiments of the experts at the Institute of Public Finance who have questioned the government's priorities. They say that the allocations in the 2024 and 2025 budget policy statement are not aligned with the government's priority agenda, with other sectors receiving significant allocations compared to those benefiting the general public. Regarding executive allocation, the Office of the President and that of the Deputy President will receive a 9.8 billion Kenya shillings increment from last year, which is 1.8 billion Kenya shillings more than the entire health sector increment of 8 billion Kenya shillings.
That 9.8 billion is larger than what the health sector is gaining, 8 billion. So where is the priority and why one office should get such a huge increase compared to a whole sector? We do not even have an allocation for the leasing of medical equipment. So if it happens that the Ministry of Health will pay the 7 billion we have been paying for the lease of medical equipment, so that technically means the health sector will have gained only 1 billion.
This 9.8 billion Kenya shillings is larger than the health sector is gaining. Concerns have been raised over the increased allocation on national security, citing a lack of proper audit. According to IPF, in the public administration and international relations sector, the government is said to spend an additional 52 billion Kenya shillings for all its functions.
We are going through tough times. We would maybe expect social spending to be prioritized, but it's clear national security, care and health are some of the key areas that have been prioritized.
We would want accountability to be considered, to be a pertinent element of governance, and so this is a call for transparency and accountability within that sector.
Statehouse has also been asked to lead from the front in clearing pending bills, with the House on the Hill accused of accumulating 13 billion Kenya shillings in pending bills whose settlement had not been allocated for in the 2023-2024 budget.
The question of pending bills, and as we've seen with the numbers, and especially within the Office of the President, is it's a walling question. And so then again, this is a question of transparency and accountability with regards to how and where are these resources being directed.
We as parliamentarians, we need to amend the law to give power to the control of budget, so that she has control over payments to ensure that money she has released are utilized for the purpose for which it was intended.
On other hand, Kitui County leads other 10 counties flagged by the Control of Budget Margaret Nyakango with the highest ratio of wages at 75% at the expense of expenditure on critical infrastructure.
The law states that expenditure on wages should not exceed 35%. Mostly when you look at the counties, you find some that operate without public service boards for a long time, or when they do, the public service boards have been involved, they take sides.
Kisii County, Garissa, Busia, Nyamira, West Pokot, Machakos, Embu, Nairobi and Wajir counties are also listed by the Control of Budget for prioritizing expenditure on wages with over 60% ratio to total revenue.
Of all your money going to personnel emoluments leaves you with only 25% for the rest of the recurrent and the development. That's how bad the situation can go.
You find that we are overstaffing some of the offices, yet we have a huge deficit in some other offices.
For Prime News Match Television, I'm Philip Simiyu.
Service areas that